The Thankless Grandson. Once upon a time, in a small village, lived a kind-hearted grandmother named Nana. She had silver hair, gentle eyes, and a warm smile that could light up even the darkest days. Nana was known for her delicious cookies and her endless stories that filled the hearts of children with joy. She loved her family deeply, especially her grandson, Ayaan. Ayaan was a lively boy of 15. He was full of energy and dreams. He loved to play video games and hang out with his friends. But there was one thing about Ayaan that worried Nana: he often took her love for granted. He expected cookies every day without a thank you, and he rarely listened to her stories. Nana noticed this change in Ayaan's behavior but chose to ignore it, hoping he would realize his mistakes. One sunny morning, Nana decided to bake Ayaan's favorite cookies. The sweet smell filled their little home. Ayaan came home from school, excited to play video games. He rushed past Nana without even a glance. Nana smiled, hoping he would remember to thank her later. But when Ayaan saw the cookies, he grabbed a handful and ran to his room, forgetting to acknowledge Nana's hard work. Days turned into weeks, and Ayaan continued to treat Nana the same way. He seldom helped her with chores or spent time with her. Instead, he was busy with his friends and gadgets. Nana felt a pang of sadness but still loved him. She thought of the countless times she had cared for him, from the day he was born until now. One evening, a fierce storm hit the village. The winds howled, and the rain poured down. Ayaan was playing games when the lights flickered and went out. He felt scared and alone in the dark. He called for Nana, but she was in the kitchen, trying to find candles. When Nana came to his room with a candle, Ayaan felt a rush of relief. But instead of thanking her, he complained about the storm ruining his game. Nana listened quietly, her heart heavy. She wanted to comfort him, but Ayaan was too caught up in his own worries. As the days passed, the storm had caused damage to the village. Many families lost their homes, and people struggled to find food. Nana's heart ached for those who were suffering. She decided to help her neighbors by cooking extra meals. She asked Ayaan to join her, but he was too busy with his phone to notice. One day, while Nana was making soup, Ayaan entered the kitchen. He looked at the steaming pot and asked what she was doing. Nana smiled and told him about her plan to help their neighbors. She invited him to help her, hoping he would understand the importance of kindness. But Ayaan shrugged and went back to his games. Feeling disheartened, Nana continued her work alone. She prepared meals, packed them in baskets, and delivered them to those in need. As she walked through the village, she saw smiles on faces and heard words of gratitude. The joy in their hearts warmed her soul. Days turned into weeks, and Ayaan noticed Nana was busier than usual. He saw her leaving with baskets but never asked where she was going. He felt a twinge of guilt but quickly pushed it aside. One evening, Nana came home looking tired but content. Ayaan looked up from his game and asked what she had been doing. She shared the stories of the families she had helped. Ayaan listened but felt a strange emptiness inside. He realized he hadn't been a good grandson. That night, Ayaan lay awake, thinking about his grandmother. He remembered all the times she had cared for him. He recalled the stories, the cookies, and the warmth of her hugs. A wave of regret washed over him. He wanted to make things right. The next day, Ayaan decided to surprise Nana. He woke up early and baked cookies, just like she did. He struggled at first, but his determination kept him going. The kitchen was a mess, but he didn't mind. He wanted to show Nana that he appreciated her. When Nana entered the kitchen, she was taken aback by the sight. Ayaan stood proudly beside his creation, covered in flour and sugar. The cookies were imperfect, but they were made with love. Ayaan smiled and handed her one. Nana's eyes sparkled with joy as she took a bite. As they enjoyed the cookies together, Ayaan finally spoke about his feelings. He apologized for taking her for granted and not being the grandson she deserved. Nana hugged him tightly, tears of happiness in her eyes. She had waited so long to hear those words. From that day on, Ayaan made an effort to spend more time with Nana. He helped her with chores, listened to her stories, and even shared his video games with her. They laughed and created beautiful memories together. Nana felt a renewed sense of joy knowing her grandson had changed. One afternoon, as they sat in the garden, Ayaan asked Nana about her past. She shared stories of her childhood, her dreams, and the love she had for her family. Ayaan listened intently, realizing how much wisdom Nana held. He felt grateful for her presence in his life. The bond between them grew stronger. Ayaan learned to appreciate the little things, like a warm cookie or a shared laugh. He began to help not just Nana but also other neighbors who needed assistance. He learned that kindness could change lives, just like Nana's had changed his. From that day on, Ayaan never forgot to say thank you. He understood that expressing gratitude was not just about words, it was about actions too. Nana continued to share her stories, and Ayaan listened, knowing that every moment spent with her was a treasure. Moral: always appreciate and thank those who love and care for you, for their kindness shapes who you are. Thanks for watching Story Kindle. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories.